Alright guys, so welcome to Discount Gamer. I am John, aka Iron Business 01. To my left I have
Xavier Keys, aka Brolic Blaxican, and if we laugh at it one more time, I don't know what to do.
Oh, I can't.
and then
I can't. Oh, what's up, guys? Jay Champion, 13th Power on Twitter, PSN, CFN, Poppin' Locker, holla at me.
and we have a new co-host, Mike.
Mike, aka 170170. You can watch me on twitch.tv/0170.
Ooh, the good plug, yes!
Yeah.
Don't worry, he'll be changing that soon, something much more offensive.
I think we all should.
We really should. I feel like I'm fine.
Well, you know, you're golden. But I think the rest of us need to get something a little more.
Microsoft really let that one slip through the cracks. I don't think you can do that anymore.
Man, yeah, you hear what they did to this guy, his PSN? His name was like Madafaka, but like everything was like A's and crap. And after like 8 or 9 years of him paying for the service, his game's on there, banned him. And
Yeah,
they're like,
really?
"No, they said
I feel like there
they're
should be
not
some kind
gonna
of like retroactive compensation.
That's
for
what
that.
I felt
Oh, yeah.
like.
Oh, yeah.
Like how are you
Comp
gonna
him for the amount of time that you're taking off.
or
Shit, the time, the money.
or just be like, hey, like I understand it's offensive. We're gonna transfer the digital rights for all your games. Just go ahead and download them. You have 24 hours. Cool.
Yeah, see, now that would be cool.
Change your name. Let them download his stuff on his new thing.
See, that, okay, that's...
Or I
that's-
mean, like we live in a world of technology. You're gonna sit here and tell me that it's that hard to be like, I need you to change your name and then just.
Sony won't let you.
Man, no, it's true. I went to
Oh,
GameStop.
yeah, you guys are garbage. I can change my.
I went to GameStop yesterday and they tripped on my GameStop account because my wife made it instead of me, and it's under her name, but all the information there is mine. And they were like, "Oh, we can't change it unless she's even,
Really?
like-"
PSN grow up.
I'm like, guys, what are you guys talking about?
Childish.
Yeah, no, it's
Disrespectful.
it's been like that fucking forever because, like, my PSN handle is Johan_Dilworth because whenever I originally signed up for it,
That sounds very
They-
sexual.
Dilworth, yeah.
fuck both y'all.
That's kind of
Exactly.
But they don't tell you, that okay, this is where you put your email, and then they make it look like okay, just re-put your email under it, but that's actually going to be your gamer tag, and I didn't catch that. If I had, my gamer tag would be completely different, the same one I ran on Xbox. So yeah, I've been stuck with that fucking shit-tastic name for too long.
Dang,
You know, it's
fantastic.
actually kind of funny because it scrolls up on my little YouTube newsfeed. College Humor put out a video about these tragic stories of people with their PSN usernames that have been stuck with them for like years. Like this one dude was like Naruto Pi. Like he was like, I was watching Naruto and I liked Pi. Plus I was 12 years old. I'm a grown man. I pay taxes now,
Like,
and I
let
can't.
me change my damn
And
username.
this one girl was like, "Oh, when I was 18, I got a tattoo of a crystal on fire. I could get the tattoo removed, but not the tag."
Crystal on fire.
Well, it's like I was playing
Sounds like a redheaded meth user,
right.
right?
That's hot.
Something with a terrible influence.
Something with a terrible.
Watched a lot of Breaking Bad.
But no, like I was playing Brawlhalla the other day, and there was somebody else playing, and I think her or his, who knows, but it was Big Booty Ho, and I was like,
Yes.
yeah.
Good
So-
for you.
Today we are talking about. I fucking hate this game.
Say it.
Oh,
Fortnite.
Say it.
oh,
out of your mouth.
Fortnite, the shoot dance,
shoot
Thanos,
dance. Okay,
backpack boy, backpack kid,
Thanos
The whip. The name.
the name, the whip, all that.
stab you in your fucking face.
Oh
eh?
man.
All right, let's
Okay.
go ahead and call it what it is.
I fucking hate this game.
Okay, so really, so what's going to be the first thing we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about how it may have started like the biggest like gaming movement because battle royale. We have to give credit where credit's
I am
due.
a firm
P-Jub
believer.
did it first.
Which one?
PUBG. PUBG did it first.
Yeah,
PUBG did it first,
but
but-
not like this.
But not like this,
Not like
exactly.
this.
So they found maybe a winning formula.
Here's where I think PUBG is lacking. I play Xbox, so for me to try to play PUBG on a console, it's very bulky. It's very like cumbersome to try to like select an item, equip an item, upgrade an item, all this. It's really shitty. But on PC, I'm sure it's a great game.
Yeah.
Fortnite gives you that element of it belongs to console.
Yeah.
Made
The
for
controls
console.
are so much
smoother.
easier.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay.
You know what I think it is? I think, and I was talking to a friend about it just recently. I think just the feel good moment of killing a person. Just you get that satisfaction in killing somebody.
But depending on the weapon you have, it like one of the matches I played, I literally shot this fucker in their back probably a good 60 or 70 times. And all they did was run away from me and then build a series of stairs which I proceeded to tear apart just to find this guy. And
Good sir, we call that the stairway to heaven.
a stairway
Grow
to
up.
bullshit is what that is. And then I finally get to the top. No. And this wasn't just a stairway. Here we go. Here we go.
What is this? Not your father's mountain elf, citrus
Yeah.
berry? This is a dangerous. That went down way too smooth. I apologize.
5%.
I know.
Oh,
it
he's
went
gonna
down
get
smooth.
fucked up.
I'm finna drink this one.
He's not drinking that Ultra 12% tonight,
That's like drinking Blue Sea and saying like, that's dangerous.
right?
Sorry,
My
guys.
boy's
I'm a
fixing to get
lightweight.
fucked up on Zima.
I apologize.
First of all, I don't even know what a Zima is.
Me either.
What? Are you fucking... Okay, you know what?
I was born in 94.
Yeah.
If it weren't for the fact that I work in an arcade, I would
Fuck
never know.
both of y'all. Fuck both of y'all. Fucking clear ass.
Oh, no, you know what? That's not true. I watched this one show where they're like high schoolers in like the middle of the
need
90s,
to just shut
and they
the fuck
sip
up.
on some Zimas, and they're like, oh, yeah. I'm assuming this was back when like Quaaludes were like the thing.
Yeah, wow.
Oh my god!
And isotoners.
I
Now,
don't even know what that is either. That went completely over my head. Okay.
I mean, it's what
Jesus.
OJ used to definitely.
yeah. May or may not, but possibly did.
Look, I'm not saying.
He
Yeah,
did.
you
that
are.
would-
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, no, bro.
We all know
come
better.
Come on, come on. He's the one who got away with it, and probably part of the deal was that, hey, since you got away with it, you got to become a little more white now.
OJ is.
Look at him.
true.
Look at him
That's
now, and look at him then, and you're like,
He's like the
OJ
Black
is
Mr. Rogers.
Easily.
With a murder under his belt.
Oh no, he Snoop Dogged it pretty hard. Nobody remembers the fact that Snoop Dogg was definitely on trial for murder, but now he's like cooking with like Martha Stewart. Or something.
Which I don't
do
get.
it.
Which I don't get because now he's even doing like commentary for animal documentaries.
He's got his own game show now.
and he does gospel music, and his gospel CD is top
he's
6 in
saved.
the world.
Are you serious?
Anyway,
Yes,
my
Snoop.
Oh
personal
my
belief.
God.
Call me
Snoop
wrong
is
if
a
I'm not.
gangster.
OJ is probably the best representation of what it's like to be the most baller type of criminal. Now, I'm not saying what he did was right.
No.
But I definitely get it.
Yeah, he
No,
did it and then got
clarifying
away
that.
with it.
If my wife was fucking around on me and I stabbed her 37 times and I got away with it, and then if I wrote a book called
If I Did It, oh,
Motherfuckers,
But-
that would be the most
okay,
baller move.
Okay, but
But the idiocy that came right after.
to be fair,
Damn you, Wesley Snipes.
if your wife, Jesus, if your wife was
Iris
fucking
doesn't
around
like
on you
niggas.
and you tried to kill your wife would turn around and beat the ever loving black out of you.
But in this world, I'm OJ.
yeah.
Got it.
I'm the juice.
I know. You know what I was thinking too? I was like, where he killed her, or if he killed her, whatever.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
Bullshit.
Right? Where
It's like Chris Brown,
It would
allegedly.
take somebody like from the road. They said it would take like 15 minutes to get to that spot, and I'm like, that's way too much.
He probably could have ran that. I mean,
What? Man, no, you know what happened?
he was the juice.
No, here's what happened. He goes, I killed her with this glove. I'm gonna put this glove in my pocket.
Oh my
He pulled out another glove, put his hand in that glove. Okay, it knows it doesn't fit. It goes, yeah. And he puts the glove there and walks the fuck away.
For our younger viewers,
Promising.
those that don't know, during the OJ trial, there was a very key point of evidence that
Okay,
he
hold on.
had to have used.
For our
ice-
younger viewers, we shouldn't have younger viewers. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
if they're
right
my
now.
age and stupid, let's go ahead and put it that
okay,
way.
fair
yeah.
enough.
A key point of evidence was the fact that he used his famous isotoner gloves to go ahead and conceal the crime of him stabbing his wife. And his lawyer was like, well, Your Honor, this glove can't possibly fit on his hand, so he couldn't have done it. So in the most bunched up, like, catch my strong hand type of like, OJ tried to, like, shove the glove in, like, try to stick, like, 6 fingers and, like, 1 finger, and he was like, well, I mean, like, I guess it doesn't fit. Not at all concerning himself with the fact that this shit was definitely, like, in the hot-ass sun, shrinking itself in the trunk of his car, and, like...
Well, yeah, because at that point, it's like fisting a midget. Like, it's not gonna happen.
He did not even give it the courtesy spit at the trial.
It is what it is.
And then he wrote a book, Baller. If I got it, or if I did it.
Okay, but did you see the cover of the book, right? Fuck if I did it. It says if I did it, and then I did it is in red. Okay. Okay, when I saw that, I
Thank
was
God
like,
for the American justice system. There's no double jeopardy.
I was looking, I was like, this motherfucker. It says if I did it and I did it, it's in red. So he's fuck out of here.
And
that makes me. I don't know. I mean, it's baller though.
you know what's so fucked up?
It is very baller.
Black people as a society, we used our chip on that. You know, fuck all these police beatings. We gave OJ the pass, and then he goes and does this.
Okay, but the ones that didn't give OJ the pass spent it on Obama.
Why are we even?
We
First
went,
of all,
we went
for
far right. Yo,
Fortnite.
Fortnite. Back to Fortnite. Let's
I was about to go on this huge like Trump rant.
Oh, I know,
but, like,
I know you were. I know.
Bro, I don't like Trump either, man. And it's not a black white thing. It's the spewing hate thing. I hate anyone that just goes, "Hey, you should hate them because you're different." That just makes me feel.
Here, my
You
personal
know,
belief about this is any person who emboldens others to hate is a legitimate problem.
Yeah.
Now, maybe this is his feelings, maybe this isn't his feelings, that's not for me to say. But for the rallying cry of all this mistreatment and all this wild stuff, if people are saying, like, this is Trump's America, can I use your lighter? And, like, go ahead and do this, or I could just use my car keys like a responsible adult. For people to go and spew their hate and say this is Trump's America, maybe you're kind of running your presidency wrong, you know? Because I don't remember black people going out in the middle of the street doing buck-ass wild shit and being like, thanks, Obeezy, you got my back.
No,
that just
not
really
how it
didn't make
happened.
sense.
Nope.
I think that before we get back to Fortnite, I will say, being of Native American heritage, the best meme I've seen
Oh, y'all got fucked.
is we're not going to start on that, but it's all these white people, and I say that as broad as I can. But they're standing in front of a fence, and they're all wearing shirts that spell out "Make America White Again." And then there's a picture of a chief in black and white under it, and all it says is America wasn't white to start with.
Yeah, no.
Wild
That's...
world we live in. But how about that Fortnite?
Wait, did you guys know Mount Rushmore is like a Native American like sacred ground that we like stole from them?
Oh, yeah.
And then
Seen the movie Poltergeist?
oh man, we fucking, that's probably what's happening. That's probably what's happening. That's what we're doing. That's what's happening.
Anywho, back to
We're just
Fortnite.
getting wrecked. Oh, Fortnite, the shoot dance, shoot.
All right, so let's take it from the beginning.
I hate this game.
All right. From the beginning, Fortnite, if you don't know what it is right now, you are living under a rock. It
Absolutely.
has quickly become, I'm going to go ahead and say, a cultural phenomenon
Top
in the
2
freemium
game on
world.
PSN.
Now,
Top 3 game on Xbox. Top 5 games
jumping
on
off
PC.
what Jay said in the very beginning, I personally believe that competition breeds something truly great. And because PUBG had a nice formula, Fortnite said go ahead and add a little sugar to it. Now we got
Sugar.
something else.
Actual sugar. I think that's the.
It makes it a little
bit
bit of a softer game in comparison to PUBG, but because of what we got with this Fortnite PUBG competition, Call of Duty is running up after them.
Oh man, I saw that trailer. I don't know, man.
We're giving up campaign for Battle Royale.
for battle royale.
They're
zombies,
giving it all.
multiplayer.
They're giving it all up just to compete with Fortnite at this point. And if
Well, yeah, but it's not just Fortnite. It's Fortnite, Overwatch, Paladins, PUBG. I mean, everybody's jumping on
Battle Royale?
Yeah.
Battle Royale.
And what I honestly like, and this has really not very little to do with Fortnite, it's the game period, like the game mode. I think there's this kind of air of equalism to it, that you can only be so good at the game because you yourself have to be good at the game. That it's, 20% luck, 80% skill.
Yeah.
15% concentrated power of will. There it is. Stopped you right in the track.
Damn you. Wait, when did Fortnite come out?
It came out in
Like 2
in
seconds after PUBG.
Fortnite.
It came out like in
was
November-ish, no?
paid for early access July 25th, 2017.
Last year.
Full free to play release expected in 2018. Of course, we have that already.
Yeah, which is already
That one. Yeah, when they upgraded everything, and now it has like those 3 people on the front of it. Have you seen the new Fortnite what would be their box art?
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
good now. Like the purple's not flat. It used to be like a flat purple. Now the
I
purple's,
will
like,
say
grading.
that's
really
that's
nice.
one thing that I do have to like is I do
Ooh,
like
hold
the
up,
art
wait.
style.
You like something about this game?
Shut the fuck up, right? No, overall I do hate the game. There are things that I do like, but overall I'm not a fan of this
Now,
type of
is
game.
this a it could do better sort of situation, or is this like not cohesive to what you play?
I think part of it is, just like we talked about on Skyforge, there is no tutorial. There is no, hey, this is the object, this is what you have to do, this is how you do it,
Right.
go out there and fuck some shit up. It's literally just jump into a lobby, get thrown into a game, and just trial by fire.
Yeah, and
This
you-
is the game of adulthood. Nobody told me how to do this. I had to figure it out for myself.
Yeah, see, and I don't like adulting. I want my fucking money back.
But if just the basics, on console, I can only speak for Xbox. Fortnite is a very easy game to download, start up, and play.
It is.
Control-wise, decent. Here's where it's a little bit better than PUBG in my eyes. PUBG makes this point of like a certain amount of realism in the game, but Fortnite goes completely opposite direction. That it's made to look cartoony. So I mean, if it's cartoony, you don't have to really spend a lot of money on graphics.
Yeah, but see, well, believe it or not, it actually costs more.
It's actually ran by the Unreal Engine right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Unreal Engine 4.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's one thing I do like about it. I do like that that it's very bright, very inviting, very
Yeah.
almost cartoony, but not to the point where it feels like you're playing a little kid's game.
So Epic actually a statement that they released when the Battle Royale dropped free to play is that what they really wanted to make in the Battle Royale mode was a combination between Minecraft and Left 4 Dead. And
I could definitely see. I could see the Minecraft.
Yeah.
I see why.
the
Oh, yeah.
building
blocks.
and then the softness of the graphics
Yeah.
mixed
And-
with Left 4 Dead, except there's no blood.
I think
Same
that
kind of game elements.
Fortnite really does kind of take an extra step with the building aspect. Now,
Yeah.
people that play PC and have hotkeys that can, have good transitions between shoot and build, these guys are pros at it. They get hit
Well,
one
it's-
time and then build a 10-foot wall.
Believe it or not,
seen it.
it's really not that hard on well, at least on a PlayStation. I don't know how it is on Xbox. I think on console it's just like L2 and square, and you're in build mode.
Yeah.
And then to jump back, it's the exact
It's the same thing,
L2.
L2.
It's the equivalent.
But I think it's
Which-
just the selection of what you want to build plus like do plus return fire.
Yeah, well, there is that, but at the same time, I do like that whenever you're building something, it does have those snap mechanics.
Yeah.
So it's like if there's an opening here and you want to build a wall, it's going to snap to that opening. I do like that because that does make it a little bit easier. But at the same time, just I can't really pinpoint it, but there's something about the game I don't like.
To be totally
Maybe-
honest with you, and I'm just going to kind of go straight to it. I think it's the popularity about it.
Yeah.
I think it's just so in your face about it that people had such a quick reception to it that it's almost
That's
it's almost
very true. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
I hit on that definitely
yeah,
because
I'll
like I
definitely
downloaded it and like before I even downloaded it, people were sending me invites.
And definitely
I didn't even have-
yeah.
before I played the game, I was definitely one of those salty dudes. I was like, oh man, Fortnite. It's
I'm not
like
trying to
I
touch
play
it.
real men's games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to touch
Yeah.
this
You
shit.
hear that a lot nowadays.
Well, yeah, because like whenever I was playing Monster Hunter World, I mean, me and a bunch of the guys that I played with, one being my one of my best friends, same thing. Like it was just constant pings, invite, and if I think you're right. I think it's one of those things where you're just so fucking tired of hearing about it that you just don't even want to try it.
Yeah, because it's so.
But then you eventually go end up trying it eventually.
Well,
I did eventually end up trying.
Well, the only reason that I tried it was because that was the next game on the show.
Yeah.
But I will say that what's impressive is they have it on PC, Xbox, PlayStation,
And mobile.
mobile
And
devices.
mobile.
And as far as I know, and I could be wrong, you might have to fact check me on this one, but I think they're cross compatible.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's the
I
thing.
play. I can play with X. I play on PC. I play with somebody. Like my thing is console. But once I found out it was on PC and
Yeah.
I could cross-platform from Xbox and PS4, I was like, damn, that's insane.
Well, yeah, but we talked about that a while back about how Microsoft really got their shit right.
Yeah.
On
with
this
Win-
one.
Yeah, well, with Windows 10, because Windows 10 is completely cross-compatible with anything on the Xbox One. So extensively to the point where, as long as your system can carry it, you can throw an Xbox One disc in your tower or your laptop or what have you, and just play it straight off your console. With a pad or a keyboard, mouse, or what have you. Like, Microsoft really hit a fucking gold mine with that.
And I think that's one of the elements that I was talking about when it came to the competition about it. So with Fortnite and PUBG going head to head, trying to see who's better, we, the consumer, get a lot of cool shit from it.
We do, but in the same respect.
Now, it doesn't even have to be this game that we enjoy the cool shit about it. Next thing you know, we've got Street Fighter coming out, cross-platform compatible. Then all of a sudden it opens a whole new realm for you two guys that just love this shit. And that's really what competition's about, right? We all need to compete at the same plane. And this is kind of that forward thinking into it.
Yeah. But at the same time, while I do think that they started easily what is one of the biggest video game movements in a very long time.
Jesus, man. Everyone's doing the Battle Royale. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for a AAA game like Call of Duty to hop on it, I mean...
And I'm
Well,
excited
yeah,
to see
says
what they
something.
do with it,
Well, I wonder what they're going to do with I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the trailer. I mean, they got air, they got freaking... What is it called? Sea vehicles. They got it all.
I heard
mean,
a rumor. I heard a rumor
Sea
that
vehicle.
it was like. It's like
I just want to see the
115
map. I
Players.
want to see the map.
I heard it's 115 players with like a
Jesus.
And
battlefield
look,
style huge map where everything's
people
indestructible
playing
and shit.
these free-to-play games or these very cheap games. Excuse me, I don't need to use the word cheap, but there's only so much bang for the buck.
Yeah.
But when you've got people who are hardcore Call of Duty junkies and they've got, the company's got money to just inject into this thing.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see how this game looks,
I'm-
how it feels, how it controls.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a huge Call of Duty fan, but eventually I will try it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one thing that I definitely have to give to the developers of Call of Duty is that they are very well known for carrying their servers for a very long time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wasn't it just like last year that MW2 servers? were
Yeah.
down?
on the PS3, right?
Yeah,
which
PS3.
that one I get because we've talked about it before on the show that MW2 is probably one of the widest renowned games for being a fantastic multiplayer. It's probably one of the most memorable multiplayers ever. Started a whole generation of things.
Yeah.
No, that was definitely my first Call of Duty. I played MW2 online, and then some little 12-year-old called me very offensive things.
Yeah, sounds about right.
But no, like I said, the fact that they picked up and took off with it, but one of the largest video game fads that's happened in a very long time.
Oh, yeah.
Is saying something in and of itself. But I think that the whole PUBG versus Fortnite argument, I really don't think that there's an argument there. I really don't, because looking at it, at least to me, they're two completely different animals. I can say that one of the biggest things that I dislike about Fortnite is the lack of respawning.
A lack of respawn, but that's the battle royale.
Yeah,
That's the mode itself.
I get that, but
you drop in and you play. It's like zombies. You survive, and if you die,
see, and I understand that, but for me, I think that I would find much more enjoyment on throw me into a map with 99 other players where you have your respawns, and it comes down to a time limit. How long were you alive?
But then it's kind of like you've got your campers and you've got your snipers. Then we're talking about
But see,
Battlefield Dilemma.
but see, in Fortnite you can't do that, and I actually found this out because I wanted to test that. So whenever I took the quote unquote battle bus, which I've got to say is the coolest part of that fucking game. I'm not even gonna lie, a bus cruising on a parachute.
Oh Jesus, you!
But
Did you know you could blow it up or you could shoot at it?
Yeah.
I did not. I do now.
Yeah, like it's a whole thing. Didn't know that either. That's definitely a fucking like.
That's a
bullshit.
game changer.
That's definitely how I like things.
But like I made it the point that whenever I parachuted out, I went to the furthest part of the map that I could.
Yeah.
You know, went in
No, the storm will catch you.
exactly.
Yeah. And that's really what kind of equalizes it about. So like there's certain games that I like that push the player in certain directions.
Yeah.
One of the examples I brought up was Pokemon. Pokemon not only pushes you in certain directions, but it also caps you off at certain places.
Yeah.
That,
You can't pass here unless you cut the bush.
Yeah, or
Exactly,
you can
yeah.
surf or fly. Yeah,
And battle royale games do a great job of doing the storm or like the dead zone or whatever it is you want to call it, like the circle.
Yeah.
By forcing you to interact with those
See,
players.
and that-
you
that-
have to meet somebody before you
yeah.
finish this game.
See, and that's why I think that if there was, you know, win by, you know,
It would
time-
become
time
team
alive.
deathmatch, though. It's
Yeah.
either team deathmatch or survival at that point.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've won a game in the shittiest way possible. I just didn't see anybody until like the circle was that
Really
big.
small.
Yeah.
And I fucking just happened to see a guy before he saw me.
Man, you
Now,
should-
that is a shitty win, but at the same time, you've got motherfuckers that get 20 kills a game that
Yeah.
finish like in
Third.
place.
And they're mad. They're like, "Oh, I've been playing good," and you're like, "I've been hiding."
But I think that's kind
But-
of one of the grains of salt you got to take with this game. That
Yeah,
not
just-
every experience is going to be similar, and I think that's okay. I think it's okay. To
It
have
is,
that.
but at the same time, and you actually reminded me of this. A game like this, with the way it's meant to be played, you know, PVE,
This
fucking.
smells like Fruit Loops.
Okay.
It smells like it. Does not taste like
Wow, yeah, it does. Holy hell. This game, it does. It fucking does.
it. Yeah, you got the same thing in your glass. It smells like Fruit Loops. Does not taste.
Yeah,
like
you're
it.
right. You're
Um,
actually right. I had to smell it.
Fucking
Mind
amazing.
blower. All Fruit Loops are the same.
Yeah, right? Apparently, Fruit Loops are the new chicken.
Sleep with that information tonight.
Yeah, but I think that a game like this doesn't really come down to how good of a player you are, and I think that's one of the things that turns me off on, because it's not like, oh,
I think
Okay.
it's kind of a match by match.
Okay, but before you continue, when you play Call of Duty, you play regular or hardcore?
I'll play them both.
Okay, but which one would you rather? You have to. I'm asking you to pick. Like you have to
Regular.
pick one.
Depends if I want to break.
Okay, you see, so it would make sense as to why this game mode where you die,
Yeah.
and like you can't come
Now,
back.
hardcore, you force yourself to impose yourself.
Yeah.
on
Yeah, no,
Because
no,
there's
and-
no radar, you can't.
Yeah, and I completely understand that. I understand that objective. But this game kind of throws it out there where, oh, if you want to be, you know, within the top 20 or 10 or however many, you have to be a great player. Go out there, build your defenses,
Yeah.
kill your opponents, so on and so forth. To me, it feels like a giant game of hide and seek.
And
You're right. I mean, I feel like, again,
Because-
the circle, it forces you to move. I mean,
Yeah, but for me, it's not like, oh, I have to make it a point to go out there and kill everything I see.
yeah,
To me, Fortnite feels like I need to hide at every possible opportunity
And
to survive.
you can play that way. It's not. You're not cheating.
Yeah, there's definitely
Yeah,
more than
game
one
like
ways
that.
to there's
And I understand that, but
the meta of the game is very like
it's very
it's
cloudy
wide-
at best.
yeah, it's
yeah,
widespread.
it's cloudy. It is.
Yeah.
No,
you have your snipers because the snipers on Fortnite are fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
they
there's a
really are.
sniper,
If you want to go ahead and hear a
That
winning
motherfucker is
competition or winning combination in Fortnite, and this is where Fortnite definitely does differ from PUBG, that if you have a well balanced like little selection of weapons, so in PUBG. If you got a pistol, you're a fucking idiot,
fucked.
and you're stupid for taking it. But in PUBG, your pistols actually pack a little bit of punch. They got good
Yeah.
accuracy. You can just slap dudes
and some
with it.
decent range at that.
Exactly. So to have a wide range of weapons, not only
that are usable.
yeah. So in the aspect that we were talking about sniper rifles, if you have a sniper rifle, you have an assault rifle, and you've got potions and a fucking pistol, you're good to go, ready to
Yeah.
pack down.
Yeah.
But in games like PUBG, where the damage is just so like it's so fucked,
It's
the
not
engine is so
worth it.
bad that pretty much to win a game of PUBG, you just need an assault rifle with a really good scope.
Scar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Scar. You pretty
Yeah,
much
but-
that's all you need.
Yeah, but see, like on this one, you know, and we were talking about it before we started recording, you know, in our little huddle. But you know, I chased after somebody
Thank you.
for a good 15, 20 minutes, unloading. I went through what, 2 tactical shotguns and a regular pump shotgun in this guy's back, and he didn't go down once.
Yeah.
And it's like that. I'm sorry, but if I get smacked with a shotgun in the back of the face, I'm going down, and I'm crying the whole way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it's not an arcade shooter because arcade shooter is more Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It's more of a
It's more lug based.
like Splinter Cell-ish. Like, you know what I mean? Like you had to. It has that over the camera shoulder. I mean, over the shoulder camera. And then you
Half
run
of
up
beer,
on.
ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, no, it's pretty much gone.
Mike, tell me if I'm wrong. I think this game has a certain amount of appeal for the same reason that human beings have been doing a lot of things for a lot of time. Half of the game is a gamble. That every game is pretty much just your luck against everybody else's. And, it does take into
give you
account
that.
what you're talking about. Like, you can hide half the game and probably win.
Yeah.
You can shoot half the game and you might win.
Yeah.
But every game is just a little bit different, and it's kind of that anticipation of how are you going to do this now. Now, your skill is going to take you the 2 extra inches that it might take, but luck takes you the mile it takes to get there.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'll definitely give you that.
And so speaking on that, am I mad at the game because I'm an unlucky person? Well, yeah, I'm a piece of shit. No. But I think it's kind of like the phasing out of loot boxes. We got to get our little gambling addiction somewhere, and at least this way we feel like we're slightly in control of our fate. So I'll go ahead and take that. But one thing I definitely do like about Fortnite is one of our first shows we talked about how video game companies hear and understand the culture around itself and shape the game for it. Now,
we actually talked about this earlier.
Jay loves to talk about the fucking dances that come in here. But I think it's even a step above that. If you've played Season 4, you get to know that you get the fucking Infinity Gauntlet, and you can just start capping dudes. And it's really unfair, and it's really bullshit. If you see Thanos, go ahead and run away.
I'll definitely give you that. It's... Actually, I can't even remember the last time I saw a game where the community's influence could actually be seen in said game. Whereas in this one, like, it's pretty obvious. I mean,
definitely. I mean,
from the second you hit, your lobby, I mean, you get to equip dances and outfits and all this other stuff, and you can tell like it is directly influenced by the feedback that they've received from their community.
And I think the closest I've probably seen to that was Black Ops 3 when
I was about to say they started. I think they're
Did they start that?
Did they start that?
I feel like it
With
was
the
because
dances and stuff?
Yeah, because I remember
it wasn't just bad enough to shit on somebody's life.
Yeah.
I remember back in MW2, if you had a gold Stoner 67 and you shot somebody in the back, you teabagged them, you were good.
Oh, yeah.
You were good. You were that guy. But now it's not good enough to do that. You got to whip, you got to nay, you got to shoot, you got to just
While
do
you're in
all
top
this.
three,
God,
that's
next
the
time I hear
thing.
you say name.
Because that's the only time you could
Black
do
off
it,
you.
man. You know how much I used to love. Hey,
Yeah.
hey. When I'm first, you're in the middle of the
So-
screen. Everyone in the lobby can see you. You
I think
Man, that
that
was the
it's
best.
it's more than just a step of what we're seeing in our own games, but it's also understanding that the gaming community is changing. Back when video games were designed specifically for children, you could care less. But now video games are a very wide-reaching thing. Adults play it. We're 4 grown-ass men who just happen to love to play video games.
Yeah.
And we're sitting here playing on the same level as some fucking shit-ass 12-year-old. Cody, if I find you.
Hey, Cody, get at him.
So yeah, I think it's a very important thing that games are listening to the people that are going to give them money.
and you don't think this popularity from Fortnite just... I mean, you guys can't have played Fortnite without knowing Ninja's name. You guys have never heard
Oh,
of
Ninja and Drake. The only reason I know who Ninja is because of Drake. Because I don't follow.
Yo, the only thing I know about Drake is he don't take care of his kid.
Drake.
Too soon.
My dude, Drake. My dude.
Too soon.
John, I don't know if
So-
you know this.
Okay.
No? Alright,
No.
cool.
Okay.
You
So
you have to keep in mind, I don't watch the news.
No,
this
this ain't news.
It's literally been okay.
We're gonna
So
go ahead
big
and
rap
school you.
beef, right, between Pusha T and Drake. I don't know if you know who Pusha T is, but he's one of the black dudes from that group Clips, right? You remember?
Sure.
You've heard it before. The
Okay.
that's
Yo,
that-
this side of the table is like colored, and that's the side of the table.
like no, I'm telling you,
And
okay.
then John, who's turning red now. he's
Okay,
so-
look, and then Pusha T came out with a song, and he just aired out all of Drake's dirty laundry. He was like, "Yo, Drake,
It wasn't
guess
even.
what?
He wasn't even like ripping rhymes anymore. It was.
No, it was-
you don't
it
take
was
care of your
personal.
kid.
It was
You
personal.
pretend you black, and
Like,
your
you're-
mama got cancer, and nobody loves you. And
no,
sometimes
and
you get
you're-
depressed.
no.
Your baby mama's a porn star.
Yeah, okay,
Oh,
because
yeah,
Drake
so,
had a kid
Wow.
outside of wedlock with the French
French
porn star.
Baller move
Baller move, okay.
for any rapper.
and
they're French, so
and
that-
he put it out there. Okay, now to be honest, and no, what he said was that you're playing border patrol with your kid.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
what he said.
The simple
That's
fact that,
fucked.
and it does work on many levels for the fact that Drake is a Canadian superstar
Exactly.
who has very.
I'm not gonna lie,
wide-
I did not know he was Canadian.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
fuck
Oh,
yeah.
yeah?
He's
Toronto based.
he's a Canadian superstar with deep American ties.
Yes,
That's how he made
because he
his
grew
claim
up.
to fame.
Damn, where? Fuck, I was gonna say Mississippi. I don't think it's in Mississippi.
How do you go from Canada to Mississippi? Like that's
By being on the
his
show
parents,
Degrassi.
his parents,
Yeah.
his parents. yeah.
So
Degrassi.
But yeah, I mean,
Dead
I
ass.
don't,
Degrassi.
I don't think I've ever heard you say anything so white in the time I've known you. Degrassi. I can't. I look white and I can't say it that way.
it's like Degrassi.
Right?
How do you say it?
I don't know. That's how I say it, so I don't know.
So in the show Degrassi,
Degrassi.
Drake plays this one dude who's talking shit and then gets shot in the back and then he ends up put in a wheelchair for the rest of the show.
it's pretty.
Pusha T did the same thing.
It's so dumb.
Put his
All
ass
right.
on.
Put
Hello,
his ass in the
introduction to
chair.
Roots. Or no, what is it? Oz. I'm sorry, Oz.
Oh my god.
Atlanta.
Oh,
Throwing out black shit.
just throw it up like blackish. Just
Yeah, so it's so totally
Boondocks.
fucked up.
Okay. Huh? Go ahead.
Amazing.
Boondocks.
I was just throwing out black stuff.
Even better.
So
I can do this all night.
I totally forgot how this ties into Fortnite, but we're gonna go ahead and keep talking
Sure,
about the fact
by
that
all
Drake
means.
doesn't take care of his kids. Drake, if you're listening,
Take care of your kids, man.
child support.
A little bit, man. But that's the thing, right? He's probably taking care of them.
Oh yeah,
You see
definitely.
what I'm saying?
Financially,
They have
yeah.
a
no,
picture
stop,
of
stop,
him
stop.
over there with her.
Stop,
I'm sure
collaborate, and listen.
financially.
Taking care of a child versus paying hush money is two very separate things.
yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely,
Oh,
right?
sure.
But the
You're
thing
right.
is
You're
that
right. You're right.
we-
I give you.
Here's
that.
my
I
thing.
give you
What's
that.
J-Lo doing right now? We have no
Sitting on
idea.
a big ass.
Yeah, but we have no idea who's sitting on the big ass. If she's sitting that big ass on somebody, if she's smoking something while she's sitting. We have no
I think it's
idea.
Neo.
It's
Well, I mean, they are.
It's like a Blake Shelton, Gwen Stefani sort of.
I mean, they are doing that same show together, the dance
gotta
one.
go.
That's what I'm saying. Like we
Neil's a
don't know,
good-looking
right?
dude. Why
So
Wow, this
so we
escalated
have no
quickly.
idea if he's going over there, like
Yeah.
you know, just not putting it out in the public because he doesn't want her to be out in the public. He's going to be like, yeah, I got this porn star,
Yeah.
and I kind of like her, and you guys know it's a porn star, so I don't want you guys to find her name and then look up porn. You know what I mean? So it's just like
Yeah.
this. Why are you picking up your
So-
phone for?
I think the point we're trying to make is that to go from conversations about, you know, Drake to the shit he don't take care of, his kid, to video games, I think that
Oh my.
talks about a fully integrated system.
Yes.
We're not just talking about technology, we're talking about
That's
the
how
gaming
you're
culture
gonna tie
itself.
this in?
Yeah. That's what it is.
Absolutely.
That
No,
gaming
it
is
makes
now no longer for the outsiders.
it-
It's
Okay,
It-
I'm
it-
sorry.
it
Okay,
goes
I'm
over
sorry.
everyone.
But if I jump on Fortnite and I see some guy that looks like Drake beating some little dog or his kid or something, I'm gonna lose
First
my
of all,
fucking shit.
that's Chris Brown,
I don't
not
fucking
Drake.
care. I don't give a
Wait,
shit.
Rihanna gave him herpes, so I think. I'm just
Wow.
saying. Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
What? Yeah, Rihanna gave him herpes because Rihanna had sex with Ti. Because Ti
I
has
thought
herpes.
that was Usher that was
The
giving
gift
everybody
that keeps on
herpes.
giving.
Hey, look.
Wow.
Bad girl Riri.
It was
I love
just
you regardless.
Wow.
Yeah, and apparently-
that escalated way too
Yeah,
far.
no. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. Like, women deserve equal lefts and rights. You know, whatever. But
but I
It's
think
equal rights and lefts.
no, equal lefts and rights, bro. I want to make sure you guys understand the president I'm trying to say.
Equal rights, equal rights.
Equal rights.
But yeah, so like the
Goddamn.
point that I'm trying to make is that if video game culture has no longer become the outsiders thing, that it's now a fully integrated part of our culture as it is.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that speaks to what we're
But
doing.
what-
we
but
gotta
what-
do something.
yeah,
Wouldn't that like kind of cloud the video games. The only reason I'm saying this is because, okay, like I just got shout outs to shout outs to Arc Systems Works. You guys are awesome. I just got Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle and it's great,
which I want so bad.
It's a fantastic game. Okay, now just like with any game that I've played that's come out that's been a little bit more easily accessible, right? You have people who don't understand where the level of being good in these games are because the game helps close that gap so much. So when they do win, they feel way better about themselves. Especially early on in the game like this. The only reason I'm saying this is because I had so many people one and done me today. Because
really?
Yeah, like I'm playing one match and I'm like, I almost come back and I'm like, all right, I know what to do next time. And then I've gotten like 3 messages like, oh, you fucking scrub, and I'm like, well, why didn't you run it back? Like I thought it was the first to 2.
Yeah.
Like the game came out yesterday. Like let's play.
That does bring me to a thing, and it's about to get weird.
Okay.
But well then let me put mine in. Here's the thing about ArcSys though. ArcSys is one of those companies where it's not like Capcom. And I'll be the first to admit, I've been a diehard Capcom fan for as long as I can remember. Mm-hmm. Capcom games, especially fighting games, have a very high tolerance and leniency to them. Look at Street Fighter V. For a very long time, it was literally a game of rock, paper, scissors. That's
still kind of is.
Yeah,
with all the pushback that they added.
But it's getting better. Mm-hmm. ArcSys is kind of like that big brother. It's like they don't fuck around. If you want to get good, you need to put the time in the lab.
Man, and that's the thing, right? Because the game has auto combos. The game has smart combo. Okay,
Are you serious?
Yeah. Okay. So there's 4 buttons in this game. Okay, you have A, B, you have C, which on the ground is everyone's universal overhead. That if it hits, you get this like big animation of the 2 characters, and then if you hit it at the right time, you get extra damage on that hit. But that's an overhead, and if you block it, it's your turn. So everyone kind of looks for those, right? But on the ground, you're not really using that button too much. You're trying to open up for overhead because that kind of, even if I hit it, I knock you back so far when we set neutral, so it's really not a good idea. It's kind of like a last resort kind of thing. Like, oh, I hit you,
just one of those where it's like you might as well just throw it out,
right? But then you have auto combos. They call them smart combos. You can just mash A, but at the end of A, you can't cancel. Here's what I like, right? You can mash auto combo, but you can't cancel the auto combo in the super. It won't let you.
Really?
For you to cancel in the super, you have to manually do the combo and then put the super in yourself. Otherwise, the game won't do it. So the game is successfully going, hey, yeah, like my friend who doesn't play fighting games can maybe hang with me, but if I hit him once, he's gonna know, hey, I don't play these games.
So if somebody had to compare, would you say they're better off playing something like Injustice or something like, say, Dragon Ball?
I think Injustice has a certain amount of grind to it that you can progress better.
Okay, no.
Yes,
Injustice 1. Injustice 1.
Yes,
because Injustice 2 comes down to how much time have you put in to get the better gear.
Yeah, but you see, and there's the thing, right? Online, I actually just sold Injustice 2. I did because I don't play it anymore. But
I fucking love Injustice.
So I'm a personal fan of the grind. That I'm not great at video games, but I love that I handle video games the same way that I handle life. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be the most talented, but I'll work very hard. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a very important part of gaming, that not everybody's going to be the same talent set.
That's true, but at the same time, I think that's what the gaming community is lacking.
Yeah, so because I'm gonna hit on this, right? Because in Injustice 2, you're talking about the gear, the grind. Okay, I don't play with gear. Right, they have 2 separate sections online.
Yeah,
you can play with gear, you can play without gear. I don't play with gear.
Yeah, see, normally I play without.
I don't play with gear because I understand. Like, if you look at the frame data for some of the gear, Dr. Fate, his orb, he can just set it there, or he can make it move forward. He has a move. He has an attribute where he does it, and the ball follows you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that ball on block is plus 56.
Are you fucking serious?
56. Okay, that means that if I block this, I can't jump, I can't backdash, I can't
56.
I can't do anything. In an NRS game, plus 56 is you might as well be Cyrax MK9. You can't do anything.
You guys got science to this.
Like
me and Mike play FPSs. Like good, honest, hardworking Americans.
Yeah, there's numbers, right? Because like in fighting games, 60 frames per second.
I'm barely picking up what you're putting down, but I see what you're saying.
It's ridiculous.
there's two different types of players when it comes to fighting games.
Yeah.
There are players that just jump in and learn by trying and learn by playing and losing and such.
Okay, that's my hand up.
Okay. And then you have the other player, which learns by getting into the practice mode, learning the frame data, learning the tracks. learning
That's
the
me.
That's definitely
See that
me.
that
I
that's
thought we was boys.
like that's how Jay and I are. And while I'd say 50% of the time they can hang side by side,
yeah,
but
Look at those beautiful numbers.
but the difference
Frame
does
data.
come to the numbers.
very much so.
Absolutely, yes.
because if you take the time to sit there and study a chart, like if I'm playing Zangief and I learn all of his frame data, okay, I know that this is negative on block, this is plus on block, this
So,
is
I think-
neutral.
So
then
And I hate to put it like this, but this is the only one I can understand it. I think this is the difference between baseball and football. That we're talking about statistics versus something a little bit extra.
okay,
That's true.
Yes.
So for me personally, I think an FPS, yeah, of course it does come down to how well you play the game. But what you guys are talking about is just strict repetition, that you need to do your combo in just this way, just so you can get it to these particular moments.
Well, yeah, yes and no,
Yes
right?
and no.
Because okay, like with the frame data, okay, so like basics for that, like the game runs at 60 frames per second,
Yeah.
right? And then there's three parts of all the moves. So there's startup frames, there's active frames. So startup is like throwing the punch. Active frame is where you can actually be hit,
Yeah.
and then recovery is when you're reeling back, right? But
So it-
but there's numbers for all of
yeah,
that,
so,
and
so
then
if you're looking at animation terms,
Yeah.
okay, your startup is like when he's bringing his hand up to throw the punch. That's your
And then
startup.
Yeah.
the active
When he's actually like pushing
it.
his fist is the
is
active.
active, that's where you can get
And
hit,
then-
and recovery is
Yeah,
where
and
the
then
arms
when he's
coming back.
retracting, that is your
And
recovery.
those numbers, it's not that we know them, it's just that you have to.
They can play a very
these
significant
inches
difference.
make miles.
Very
Oh, yeah.
much so.
No, bro, absolutely. Because
So-
if I do this, like okay, like with Sakura, right? She her panty shot, that's what they call the move, right? Where she throws her leg up. It's +2 on block, right? But I have a 5-frame medium button.
By the way,
okay?
he always goes directly to this example.
Right, 5-frame medium button. Okay.
Nasty.
Now in in Street Fighter 5, there's a priority system, right? So heavies beat mediums, mediums beat lights. So if I make you block this move, that's +2, and then I throw a 5-frame medium, that's a 3-frame gap. But there's no 3-frame medium buttons in the game. If you press anything other than something that has invo on startup, I win. I'm gonna see the counter hit, and then I'm gonna continue into the combo, into a hard knockdown, into another meaty situation to make you guess again and again and again and again.
Thank
and again
goodness
and
that
again
we
and
have smart fans.
Bro, I love it. I'm just saying,
So,
like, that's why I play fighting games. For that
what I-
reason,
what I
and
truly
the
think
competition is like
Where
it
you
makes it-
guys believe that the inches make miles,
It
I
makes it
think
like-
in terms of something like Fortnite, that the grand equalizer is luck. So that takes what you're talking about out of the game. So that makes people like me competitive again.
I-
Maybe just me being lucky
Well,
is good
yeah.
enough to
Okay,
That's true.
so
I would have
that's
to
true.
say-
That's true and not true because I was reading on the PC version that the guns have specific damage per second ratios.
Oh yeah, they absolutely do. That,
Right.
And this is a very trackable situation. So depending on where you hit, like so, in every single shooter game, that there is hitboxes. There's extremity, torso, and head. Everybody knows the headshot's what you want because it
Yeah.
gives you the highest percentage
hearing
for
blood, right?
yeah. So in terms of Fortnite, it definitely does give you that. Headshots give you better damage depending on what gun you have.
Unless apparently you have a shotgun.
Well, they just nerfed the shotguns just
Oh
recently.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Us in
Yeah,
the
it's
FPS community
crazy.
is
It's
slapped.
crazy.
Okay, but 3 shotguns at 36 shells apiece.
Yeah, because you got fucking slapped. I don't know what
Yeah.
to say. Deadass. Like, think about real life. Are you gonna get shot in the face in the shotgun one time?
Yeah.
Yeah, only one time.
only one time. That's it.
So
I can catch all 8 of those slugs once.
I think that's what's so appealing about the battle royale is that it takes your guys' advantage and takes it away from you. That now just somebody lucky, somebody just having a good day,
Okay,
gets
see-
to play this game just a little bit better.
Okay, I wouldn't say that the grand equalizer is luck. I'd have to say the grand equalizer is dumb luck.
And
Well, I mean, you gotta also
There is a
take
difference.
You
I think
gotta
it's like a controlled luck. Now there are better. So
It's the-
as
it's
you're
the-
progressing through the game, you understand that certain areas have better loot.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
better loot means that there's going to be higher occupancy.
There's more
Yeah.
people there.
So
for example,
that
Tilted
can-
Towers. Tilted Towers.
Didn't they get rid of that?
No, it's still there. It's still there.
I thought like a meteor hit or something.
It hit it, but it's still there. It's still there. It's
So,
got all the loot.
For
It's got all the
those, for those
juice.
that haven't started the game yet,
It's a rumble.
if you hear Tilted Towers and
Don't
your
go
buddy's
there.
like, "Hey,
Don't
let's
go
go to
there."
Tilted Towers," if you're just starting the game,
Don't go there.
don't go there. So understand this. If you're looking at the map is pretty much a giant circle.
Yeah.
The battle bus moves
In a certain direction,
straight
yeah.
line. Now, the battle bus only moves in 5 directions, which form a hexagon, leaving a very concentrated part in the middle. In this concentrated part, there's a lot of people that like to go there because all you have to do is jump off the bus and dive straight down. In that spot, there's a ton of great weapons.
I actually did that once and I hit the ocean. But continue.
Because you went the other direction.
Well, how'd that go for you?
So,
It went wet.
yes, luck is a key part of this game. But understanding the game itself also is going to take part in that. So if you go straight to Tilted Towers and you find your gold saw, great job for you. Because there's about 1,000 other people over there. They're going to take your fucking head off,
You're fixing
take your
booty.
gun, and run to the nearest tree.
You're fixing to get booty raped.
Booty rape.
So, where you guys are talking about this very finite form of gaming, that between your inches that you gain miles, that's a great thing. I think that a lot of gamers are exactly like that because you turn this into not only an art but also a science.
Yeah.
With this kind of game, you are equalizing it by rolling the dice every time.
Every time, yeah. And not only that, I mean the chests. I mean they respawn at different locations every time. I mean,
Yeah. That so while you're playing the game, you hear this small little ringing, like it's
Yeah.
nice, cool. Because that
Wait,
chest
wait,
can either
wait.
have like the
Wait.
bootiest gun there ever is, or
Bootiest.
best.
The bootiest gun.
Bootiest, that's a word.
I'm sorry, but you said that and I instantly thought of Booger Man on the Super Nintendo.
it can either have bootiest in terms of the Taylor Swift or the bootiest in terms of Cardi B.
Oh, you know we all want that Cardi B.
What we want.
we want.
Yes.
We can't imagine Cardi B without the.
You can't, man.
I think
You said
I'm
that.
just going to slightly go off topic here. I think my favorite Cardi B moment has got to be her fucking boyfriend bringing her flowers, and she's like, "You want some neck?"
Wait, really? Wait,
Wow.
I've never seen this.
Dead ass. This is like a full thing. Cameras everywhere. He gives her some flowers. He's like, "Oh, you want some neck?" And you're it's like,
yes!
it's like
I think my favorite moment with Cardi B was when she was on Ellen, and she said, "This is how I got pregnant." And she showed it.
Okay,
On TV. I'm like,
ladies and gentlemen, for those listening to the show and those in this room right now, go to your phones, look up Star Wars scenes with Cardi B noises.
Oh, I've seen
It is
them.
possibly.
I've
You're
seen
lying.
it. I've seen
You're
it.
lying.
I've seen it.
It
yeah.
is fantastic.
you're kidding.
Yeah, it's just her noises
I-
for the lightsabers for the laser.
Oh.
I think the best Star Wars thing I've ever seen is seagulls. And every time I watch that and I sing along with it, I can only imagine how much you fucking hate that
So,
song.
guys, how long has everyone been playing Fortnite for?
Ooh.
I'll give it probably 2 months. Something like that.
Playing
2 months?
Way back, beginning of season 3.
I give it like.
Oh,
3
how
weeks.
long have I been playing, or how long will I be playing?
No,
it?
how long have you been playing it?
Yeah, since probably beginning of season 3.
Okay. What about you, John?
Nope, I'd say
A week? If even that.
maybe 2 weeks tops.
Yeah.
I mean,
and very on and off.
I mean, I've been playing it since I don't know what season it was. I mean, January, but I wasn't playing as I was now. Now I'm on almost every day now.
Balls deep, if you will.
To the hilt. So,
Take it to the base.
before we were talking about Drake and how the rap community, like, whatever we were talking about this bullshit.
Yeah. Ninja.
Every single show we like to talk about something actually serious when it comes to the gaming community. And because we're talking about rap and because we're talking about the gaming community, I think that more than ever, every community in its own culture is talking about mental health. And I think that's an element that the gaming community is actually talking about more and more. I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys have noticed that.
Yeah, it's true.
K-Brad, famous Street Fighter 5 player, he just
Yeah.
came out and told everyone he had depression and he was going through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Missed some tournaments, but people don't think it's a legitimate concern, but
Oh, it is. For somebody like myself that actually suffers from pretty heavy depression at times, I find being a gamer to be a very, very tough double-edged sword. More often than not, video games for me is like that escape. Like, that's what gets me out of reality. That's where I can control what happens, so on and so forth. But whenever I'm having, a bad episode with depression, games can just drive you further down.
Yes.
Depending on the game. I will definitely say that. If I'm, down the rabbit hole, and I play something like Brawlhalla or Street Fighter or Kingdom Hearts or something like that.
Yeah.
For me, those games bring me out of it. They take my mindset off of it. It's carefree. It's a really fun, really lighthearted environment, and usually that'll bring me out of whatever funk I'm in.
And John, you and I have actually had this conversation at length when it came to Wolfenstein 2. That one of the smartest interviews I think I've ever heard came from an interview with one of the voice actors from Wolfenstein 2, and she said that what separates video games from a lot of other very interactive hobbies or
Medias.
cultures is that in video games you are the catalyst for all change.
Yeah.
So it's that type of mental input that gives you this mental output, that it's kind of like where I told you guys that fighting games is this art plus science. In all arts, you give something of yourself to the product. And I think that's very true of video games, that, how we all understand that every single gamer in the world has their own style.
Yeah.
For me, for shooters, I like to go long range or I like to go support. That's very indicative of me in my own ways. If you guys love your assault classes, that's indicative of you in being very progressive and
I'm
very
running it with the
forward-pushing.
UMP.
So I think it's very important to understand the kind of mental taxing that does come from these professional gamers who are suffering with mental health. And even our amateur gamers that are suffering with this.
Not even just the case of mental health, just mental fatigue.
Yeah.
Because
I think that's really what gets them.
Yeah,
I think it's the
because,
fatigue that
look
it'll cause on top of it.
Look at Justin Wong. He goes to every major Capcom event, plus all the other major events, plus he's always traveling for filming, and he's if you look at his Twitter, he's constantly on the move.
Also making $275,000 a year. So
But the money isn't part of.
But at the same time, you can get paid, $1 million a minute, but at some point, your brain is going to snap. That fatigue is going to set into a point where you are physically forced to take a step back just to kind of put the pieces together.
If I can use an example, for those sports fans out there, or even those sports games fans out there, Kevin Love this season recently put out a press interview talking about his severe bout with anxiety during the training season, that even for people earning millions of dollars for doing what it is they love can be greatly affected by it.
Oh, yeah.
Great example. Chester Bennington. Kate Spade just recently.
Exactly. Chester Bennington, for those that don't know, was the lead singer of Linkin Park, probably one of the greatest musicians we've ever had in this contemporary time, who, like a week before committing suicide, his wife was saying that I didn't see the signs, that he was doing great, that he was on his meds, he was doing very well for himself, but then ran out of options for himself. And ladies and gentlemen, if we can go ahead and just get really serious for just one moment, for those struggling with these thoughts, call 1-800-273-8255. Just so that way we put it out there are other options.
There definitely is. It should never come down to feeling like you don't have anybody to speak to, you don't have any other options. Reach out to a loved one, a wife, a husband, brother, sister, cousin, nephew, uncle, something. Never feel like that's your only option, because it's not.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry about getting kind of way about it, but I definitely felt like this was worth mentioning.
Have you guys even? I'm curious now that we mentioned. Have you guys heard of Logic's song? 1-800-273-8255.
Oh yeah, Logic was okay. If you guys have Netflix, Logic was on in this documentary Rapture, where he was talking about how this was a very particular issue for him, that he suffers from depression, anxiety, and the conjunction of the two forces him to do just plainly wild shit.
Yeah.
Now, one of the strangest things I think I heard from watching that episode of Rapture was he saying that I'm very happy with the way the song turned out, but I never want to be known as the 1-800 guy,
Yeah.
which to me is like very strange. You know, that's kind of like Macklemore saying like, I don't want to be the thrift shop guy. I understand what he's trying to say, but at the same time, your song isn't just a top Billboard.
No.
Your song
It
is
means
an anthem
something.
for a very significant mental health issue.
Yeah, but from
Have you heard it,
somebody,
John?
I haven't.
You haven't?
No, I've heard of it.
After the show, we'll go ahead and hit you up.
But
with it.
I can definitely see where that comes from because I can see, and I could be completely in the wrong, but an artist wanting to be seen as, you know, a good artist for their career rather than just that one song.
And you were 100% understanding what he's saying about it.
Yeah.
And me as a listener, I think that it's okay to have this anthem out there. Now, if Logic was known for nothing else other than getting people help, I'd be happy with that.
Well, yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, but that falls under the rule, and I've said this for as long as I can remember. You know, when it comes to like actors and actresses, they will always have that one role that it doesn't matter what else they do, they will always be known for that one role.
Yeah, like Hermione.
Hermione.
I was watching Beauty and the
Let's
Beast,
go ahead,
and I'm
Cliff.
looking at her, and I'm like, "You're fine," but like, I still see Hermione.
Okay, Hermione Granger,
I
Ace
might be able-
Ventura, Napoleon
Oh,
Dynamite.
wait, Jim Carrey.
I don't know about
Jim
that one.
Carrey. That motherfucker.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. My favorite movie with Jim Carrey, point blank period, is The Truman Show. But I will still think of Ace Ventura 10,000
Well,
times.
Okay,
Okay,
well,
but
I've
that's-
never seen the movie. I
but
saw the
that's-
movie for the first time like last year. The first one. That was the
Truman
first time.
Show.
I
Okay,
ever seen it.
Fantastic picture.
Okay, but see,
I see
that's,
him as Liar Liar.
that's what like catapulted him into the public
Stardom.
limelight. You know, but I mean, he's done some incredible things. You know, he's done Bruce Almighty. He's done the number
Bruce Almighty was
23.
good.
This,
23
this
was
question ages a lot of people. One of the most famous actors, point blank period. What do you think of when I say Will Smith?
Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince. Men in
This
Black.
dude is making unreal amount of money.
You know, he took that job for tax evasion purposes.
Yeah.
Oh,
right?
totally, yeah.
Which-
you know, he almost
which-
he straight up blinded a guy one time, punched him in the face, knocked his eye out of socket, blinded him on an eye, got away with it.
Baller status.
Which
Baller status.
We go back to the OJ.
I will say that that's something I'm very excited for because I was a really big fan of Will Smith's music career before, you know, all the TV spotlight, the movie spotlight.
Yeah.
That name is fire.
But recently I found out that he's actually gotten back into the booth.
If I can go ahead and just give you one small segment of the shit that's not even flexing, there's a point in there where he says, if I threw my money up, I'd probably kill a stripper.
Yeah.
That's not even a flex. If Will
Yeah.
Smith went to his bank account one day and he was like, hey, can I get this exchanged out for ones? That is enough legitimate weight
To kill people.
crush
Well,
a
yeah,
person.
like he said that, and
paper.
instantly,
It's cloth.
instantly, in the back of my head, I was just like, well,
yeah,
God
you're
damn.
probably right.
Or that one when he's talking about y'all want hits, but you don't have that many summers, and then
Yeah.
they show like all his movies, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
back
stop.
to back
But-
to back.
But I will say that
At the
aside
root of
from
it,
that,
I still think about the Fresh Prince.
well, yeah, again, that's the role that shot him into stardom. Well, not.
I think
okay,
it was the very
I'm-
tragic acting scene where he expresses what it's like for a father to not be there for his child. Then
Yeah.
boom, Bad Boys came out. Then boom, like it was just
Well,
ridiculous.
okay, yeah, but like every actor, every artist, every performer, there's at some point a catalyst.
Yeah,
For him, it was the Fresh Prince because
Okay.
from there he went to Men in Black, from Wild Wild West. Not so much the second one, but you know, I mean, for years it was just hit after hit after hit after hit. You know, and I mean, he just did very well for himself. But outside from all of that, I've got to say that probably one of the things that he's done, and he's done it for a while now, is on social media, specifically Facebook.
Oh, he loves
He's-
to like give
Yeah,
you those motivational
exactly.
speeches.
You know, he puts out videos of, you know, motivational speeches,
I love to work out.
relationship, you know,
Yeah.
advice, like just stuff like that, like stuff that he doesn't
Just
need to
thinks-
do it.
He just thinks
He
it's
does.
But
doesn't.
yeah, but he does it to kind of just help everybody else
Yeah.
grow and gain knowledge. Like I love
You know what
that.
I heard? So my friend who used to work at a golf course in LA, he has a friend that now currently works at that golf course, and it's for like, you know, movie stars and shit like that. And you very rarely see these people, but he actually got a chance to meet Will Smith, and apparently he is just exactly like you'd hope he'd be.
He's just awesome.
Yeah, he's just like a fucking dope ass
Like,
dude.
yo, what's up, man? Hey.
Very family oriented, apparently. So
I believe it.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But see, and
What, Jaden Smith emancipated himself at 15? Yeah, I would have done it too.
Jaden Smith's starting to wake up. He's.
I would have done it too, man.
Hey,
He was like,
he's
hey,
the
I need-
icon.
Did anybody
He's-
know Will Smith had 2 sons?
No, I thought it was just Jaden. I thought it was just Jaden.
Hit Google right now.
Wait, he has
Why?
Jaden has a brother. It's
Deadass.
not. It's not just
I
Jaden
think
and Willow.
I'm almost like, now that I'm talking about it out loud, I'm 90% certain that Will Smith has a much older son that just prefers to stay out of the limelight.
I believe it.
I
He's
can see
like,
that.
he's just
I can
like,
see-
yo, you look like Will Smith. Oh, I get that a lot.
but see, at the same time, I think that there's something to be said about actors and actresses and performing artists that you don't see in the tabloids. You know, and it's not because they don't go out and do shady shit. It's just because they live their life in such a way where
Yo, what's up, Trey?
Whoa.
Oh, Trey Smith.
Trey Smith. He's much older than his brother and sister, but he just prefers to stay out of the light.
But see, like I was saying, like I think that's cool when you don't see people like again, and only because he's one of my favorite
He's
artists.
a DJ.
But Jim Carrey, you don't see him in the tabloids for gaining weight, cheating, and all drugging.
Jim
But-
Carrey more
but-
recently now.
Okay,
because of the
but-
current administration.
But he gets put in the limelight when he wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm totally
You know,
agree.
not because they're chasing him at every waking moment.
Oh, by the way, this show's
it's-
about Fortnite.
yeah.
We've gone
But
way
it's-
off.
oh, yeah.
No, it happens
Yeah,
like
we-
this every
yeah, we always do. But you know, he's only in the limelight when he wants to be.
Oh yeah, you know he actually caught huge amounts of shit. This was like, you know, way back when.
God, there was a viral video, and I think
For the painting he did of Sarah Huckabee Sanders, where it was this caricature, and people were like, "Oh, you're attacking her for her appearances," and then like people came back like, "You know what administration she works for, right?" Like, so Jim Carrey is coming back more into the limelight for his very political art pieces. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's weird to know that teenagers now will think of Jim Carrey as this very political figure, but will have no idea that he talked about things like, he talked about social media in The Truman Show.
Oh, yeah.
That when reality television
Yep.
was starting to take off, that he played in a movie that just expressed, you know, its nth level.
Yeah.
And nobody really understood it until that we're starting to look at it today.
Yeah.
What this eventually turns into. And that it's so much ahead of its time, and it's so much more than it should have been.
Yeah. I will say that he did a documentary, and it wasn't that long ago,
Oh,
of
well,
him
on
and his
Netflix.
paintings and stuff like that. I think you and I actually talked about this at one point. And what he did was, for like 6 months or a year, he completely locked himself away from the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No telephones,
True.
TVs, radios, nothing like that. It was just
And-
him and his art.
It was for several different reasons, but one of the reasons was that he was pushing himself off medication, and he said, like, you know, when I'm dealing with my personal feelings, solitude for a while is a lot like alcohol to me. That it is this crutch that I exist on, but then you start to discover that solitude is so easy to become addicted to.
Oh yeah, and that's got to be one of my favorite sayings is, you know, how he goes out of his way to explain how solitude can be just as addicting as any drug on the market
Yeah.
or on the streets, because it's you in your space doing what you want, when you want, how you want. But at the same time, you know, dedicating that solitude to his artwork and his mental wellness
And if you've ever seen it,
and
he's
well-being.
very talented.
He is. I mean, he's got some beautiful pieces.
Very. So,
Back to Fortnite.
yeah. Let's go ahead and talk about it. What it is?
Yeah,
Let's
we
go
should
ahead.
give
and-
it a score, definitely. See what.
Let's talk about the likes. Likes, I definitely give it console play way easier than PC, or way easier than PUBG. Trying to play it on consoles. Excuse me.
I'll give you that.
The build feature, I think that it opens some new avenues to a lot of shooters to give something to the environment rather than just taking it away.
yeah.
I'll give you that. I'd have to say, for me, the overall graphic appearance, you know, light, colorful, easy to get drawn to.
Almost child friendly in a way.
Almost, yeah.
No blood. Bullets don't even look like bullets. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just toys almost in a way. Yeah?
The ease of access definitely.
Cultural popularity is definitely a thing I'd like to think about.
And like I said, I think the cultural popularity really picked up with the Ninja and Drake stream.
I think
that's where it
you know,
really.
Ninja and Drake got like legitimate beef.
Really?
Yeah, the dude from D. Antwood and Drake have legitimate beef.
Well, that's beside. I mean, we're looking past that. We're looking at numbers here. I mean, one person, more than
Superstar in South Africa. Redonkulous.
More than
versus Drake, who don't take care of his kids.
Almost 500,000 views on one platform.
Concurrent. That means it was
Concurrent.
live.
Oh, dude, I thought you were talking about like
the
artists.
No. I'm talking Ninja, the streamer himself.
Was that what platform was that?
Twitch.
PS4? No. Was it like PS4, PC?
PC.
Okay.
PC. He tipped
the holy
that.
ground of video games, I guess.
Hey, you. It's the best, man. It's the best. I'll tell you firsthand.
Here we go. Master Race right here.
Suck a dick.
He peaked at 638,000 viewers.
He probably peaked in high school.
That's impressive. Jesus.
Damn.
At one.
That's impressive. Like,
You fight me.
That's the record right now, right? That's the record.
That's the record of all time.
He broke the record because the last
Really?
one before that was 200K. The last one.
on what? Do you know?
I don't even remember because like since he did this, everyone was like, "Oh, all the records."
Oh no!
It just doesn't exist.
Everyone that I knew was posting about this. Drake is streaming with Ninja. You know, I heard.
Wow.
Who
So,
didn't I hear it?
Not only for cultural relevance, but I mean, we're talking about not just with the outstanding media exposure. It also has like a close personal connection with a lot of people. It's free.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers
Yeah.
can play this anywhere.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
now
And
you can
the-
run into your
and
one of your
I-
favorite
and I-
rappers. Okay, oh my god, I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Cool.
And-
Yeah,
and
right
I-
on.
and I
But
think
I like
we're-
free shit.
I think where Epic really nailed it is the Battle Pass. This is the only thing you've got to pay for, and you know anyone that doesn't know Fortnite, a Battle Pass is $10. But you
Really?
have it's $10, but you have 100 tiers. Through those 100 tiers, you get free shit. You get free emotes, free dances, exclusive skins. You know,
Wow.
It's
This isn't us trying to sell the game. This is
No.
point blank, simple fact.
Yeah.
You got money, throw it in there. Little cheese never hurt nobody.
$10.
Yeah, I mean, $10, dude. That's a lot of people can come up with $10 without thinking about it.
Deadass, I'm about to use $10 just to play fucking State of Decay. Kicks and gigs, like oh shit.
Damn. So,
But this game, I mean, there's a lot of good, cool emotes. I mean, like the hype emote. I mean, I'm like, damn, I can't wait till I get
No
there, you
shit.
know?
One of the first ones you get. If anybody out here watches Scrubs, the dance that Donald Faison playing Turk does is the dance that he does for the air guitar episode. It's fucking the dopest dope. Hell yeah, it is 100%. It's just a little bit faster. It's so
that's
dope.
fucking amazing. All right, so what about you, Jay? Likes?
It plays well on the console.
That's your big thing.
That's really because it plays really good. Surprisingly, on a controller.
I'm really not surprised you didn't lead with cultural relevance. I feel like that's definitely.
I'm about to hit there though. Second thing I really like is that you can tell that
They listen.
that not only that they listen, that the game is evolving.
Yeah.
And
I can
that's
see
really,
that.
like even I wasn't even playing it when the meteor hit or whatever, but while that was happening, people were like, "Yo, there's fucking meteors in the sky, guys."
Yeah.
Yo, this week they're closer, guys. They're closer. Hey, they might actually hit us next week. Oh shit, they hit us. What the fuck? New season. I'm like, damn, you guys are smart.
Yeah.
There's
Because I
actually
don't
a
even play the
progression to
game.
things.
Yeah, I didn't even
But
play
it's
the game, but I
everywhere.
knew what the
Yeah.
fuck was happening in it. And
Yeah,
that's-
because like on my Twitter feed, dude, God, there were so many people. Oh,
It's about to come down,
Yeah.
Twin Towers. Oh, excuse me, not Twin Towers.
damn.
all right.
Damn.
Oh my god, that game's so fucked up. Never mind.
God,
Stop.
stop.
I don't like this game anymore.
All right, so okay,
and then
so well,
the
no,
hates. I mean, those. I mean, it's good. I don't like the respawning. Kind of sucks. It's very aggro that way. It feels like a fighting game that way. You know, you fuck up and you lose, you got to start over, and you got to start over with 100 other people that just lost like you did.
yeah.
It's the game of life.
It's the
All right,
game.
You
of
so-
fuck up, you guys who just fucked up.
yeah, you. Fucked
all right.
up.
So dislikes.
Dislikes. Oh, sorry guys, I'm in pain. The dislikes.
You go ahead. We'll switch over.
No, that's cool. The dislikes that I don't like the dying part. The dying part really sucks, but that's okay. What I really don't like is how bubblegum it feels. Even because the cell shading is cool, but they could have done it darker like Sly Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
They could have easily done
that
that and have kept it. And it would have kept that bubblegum feel, but still kept it that dark era for like the older players.
Yeah.
But like right now, even the grass. You guys ever notice how fucking green the grass is?
Yeah.
Sometimes,
But there also is weather in that game.
Yeah, no, there
which
is
is
weather,
a
which
bit
helps.
of an equalizer.
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody I don't know if you.
Does it
read
affect? Does it
Yeah.
affect like? Does it affect like the
Fog
terrain?
definitely does.
It does actually.
Fog and rain definitely can affect you.
Yeah.
Rain?
Yeah.
Slows you down and shit?
Now, this is personally for me a dislike in terms of I come from FPSs. A dislike is it's just too good of aiming.
Without having to be aimed on sight.
Yeah.
The auto aim.
The auto.
Yeah.
There's auto.
So I'm used to games like
Uh-oh.
Call of Duty.
Okay, he didn't.
They have
go.
it has a
The
very
war starts with
specific
art.
time of aiming. Battlefield, which has Battlefield 1 had drop and windage.
Okay, see, at this point, he's just dancing around it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, because the game I'm talking, like the game that you think that I'm talking about, actually really doesn't matter. Like aiming, you're so close, it really doesn't matter. But the point I'm trying to make is that in terms of realism, of course, it is a very cartoony game. It loses that accent of bullet projection. You don't feel the sensation of drop or windage or even weight.
Very arcade shooting.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That it's almost like when we reviewed Paladins. Wherever you put your cursor, it's going to go, and that almost makes the game just a little bit too easy. I think that there should be a little bit more skill involved when it comes to predicting where your bullet should
Unless you
go.
have a shotgun.
That's look, man. If you get slapped, you get slapped. That's not your shit.
No, I was
man,
the
you
one
got-
trying to slap.
You were so salty about that shotgun.
Right?
Because I was the one
you know that
trying
scene
to
from How
slap.
High when he like stuck his hand out and like put the fucking like.
Well, I mean, I could understand where John's coming from with the shotgun. I mean, the double pump. That's
I
that
unloaded
that
three
that is.
shotguns on this fool.
Look, man, sorry you suck.
There's this thing called a
Fuck
double
you,
pump. I
X.
mean, I don't know if you guys ever tried it. Where you just
Oh, you know,
swap
I
out,
do
you
double pump like every day on Pornhub.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, it's hard to master. It's not hard to master, but not hard to master, but
Beats?
it's a little bit hard.
Beats.
Yeah, it is. A little bit hard.
That's what she said.
Phrasing.
Okay.
pause.
So what's the score we're gonna agree on? We haven't,
Look,
because I kind of want to give it like a hard 7 just because
the
of the
game
appeal,
speaks for itself in
does.
terms of
game
popularity.
popularity.
If
Gameplay,
it's not your bag, it's not your bag.
I
Like, call
think
it what it is.
I think the only dislike I would probably have, and they haven't done it yet, but I feel like the way they're gonna kill this game, they will kill this game, is if they add another map.
Dude.
If they add another map, they're gonna kill this game.
Disney has its claws deep into it. This shit's not gonna die.
I think if they add a second map, that's gonna be the
a
end of
second
it.
map.
A second map.
I think that's gonna be a breath of fresh air for.
Yeah,
okay,
they're gonna add
but
a
then-
second
But
map
then you're gonna
on
have
season
a
5.
you're gonna have a big group of people who've been playing nothing but this map.
Nah, stop.
Hey, you know,
Stop.
what?
Stop.
I'm sorry that
Stop.
you can't catch up.
No, no.
Okay,
adapt, my dude.
I would have to agree and disagree. I would have to agree because people are drawn to things they're comfortable with. In this case, Season 4, they're comfortable on this map.
Yeah.
But I would have to disagree because I think that if the community as a whole were thrown into another map, like, say, what are we on, Season 4 or 5 right now? 4. Okay, so like Season 5 is Armageddon
Desert.
or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah,
You
and
know,
it completely
just-
changes the
yeah,
map.
just
it would
now,
like breathe so much fresh air into the
it
game
just
for
basically
I
just
really
wipes
agree with
the
that.
map,
I
you know, and brings everything new. I think at that point,
But then I think you're taking away something from a lot of players that have nothing, that just know.
I-
Here's
this
my
map.
But I
comparison
think
to
it
that,
also-
my dude.
It
Go ahead.
gives them something new. It's
I don't
the
because I
selling
think
point
that
was the equalization.
yeah, I don't because I think that keeps it from getting stale.
Yeah, things change, my dude. That's like
And no,
that's
I
like the
totally-
people
I
not
totally
liking Street
understand what
Fighter
you're saying.
4.
That the people that
And
learn
then Street
stuff,
Fighter-
They're going to have
educate
preferences.
themselves.
There's gonna be a community where there's
My
like,
personal belief when it comes to video games, stagnation breeds infection.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Or what they should do is bring a new map for 2 weeks And then after the 2-week period, they see how the gameplay goes, and then you have access to both
See,
maps.
I-
You can
I-
play on the old map if you want, but we have a new map with a whole bunch of new stuff. To
See,
look
I
for.
would
Make
have to say
gamers
do
take
it-
a shot. If they like what they see, go ahead and
Exactly.
drink the drink.
You drink the drink.
Yeah, but I would have to say based on seasons.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they've already done the meteor fall.
Well,
They've
how-
done the meteor landing.
How's PUBG doing it? Because I know they had it in the
So
system.
PUBG for Xbox, we just recently got the new map that was already existing in PC, and that is a thing that people really, really like because they knew it was coming. Now, a breath of fresh air was definitely that it's a different environment and there's different ways to play it. The meta does change. So for me personally, I think this is a thumbs up. But for some people, they're like, oh, you know, I'm salty because I had my game playing style before. I think that it forces gamers to evolve out of
It
themselves.
does,
that's true.
definitely.
And just like any game that goes by seasons, you should educate yourself to what's coming up new.
yeah.
So what's the score, guys? What are we doing?
So
I'm thinking.
rating. Okay, so
As a whole, we should just do it as a whole because we got 4 now. Usually it's 3 and we do an average, but if we do 4.
I mean, we can still do an average. So
so it's just a little bit.
So Mike, since you are new on the show, basically what we
fresh
do is
butt, baby.
Yeah, 1 out of 10. 0 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm
actually.
not going to call you a butt baby. So we go from 0 to 10. 0 being, oh my god, I fucking hate my life.
You should
Why
probably
don't I
kill
burn
yourself
my
with
Zero. I'm just kidding.
All the way to 10 being
The best.
greatest thing you've
I
ever touched.
busted in my pants when I opened it up.
Oh man.
Wow.
Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd have to give this game a hard 8.
Hard
A
eight.
Really?
strong,
Hard
a strong
Yeah,
8.
yeah.
Strong 8.
Really?
I bet you do.
Strong. And this strong 8 is coming from a MOBA player.
Yeah.
Whoa.
An 8 on that double pump.
Oh, man.
You need to, man.
Y'all nasty.
All right, Jay. So what about you?
Okay, so
And why?
man, I want to give it a 7.5. I really want to give it a 7.5. I don't usually give halves. The 0.5 comes from the culture appreciation inside the game. Really like that because, like, when I was younger, like, if this was out when, like, the Soulja Boy dance was out, I would have been like, yo, I'd have been in that motherfucker too, you know what I
I
mean?
bet you
Like,
would.
I'd have been hype, I'd have been dug in, I'd have been doing all that.
Okay,
all that.
so then why a 7?
Okay, the Resident 7 gameplay is good. It's not really my cup of tea, so I can see why people would like it. The replayability, I think it kind of forces you. So like, even though you know your first match, you're gonna be like the third person dead. You're more than likely
That
you're
is
gonna
definitely a
get
thing to
retry.
consider. That for new players, it is slightly unforgiving, but
It
there
will.
is a very quick
Learning
period.
curve.
Yeah.
By your 4th or
That's
5th
true.
game,
You
you
understand
understand.
the
rules.
Hey,
Yeah.
I need to hit these things to get
So,
building parts.
My personal game experience was first match. I found out you can't jump off high things. The second match, I found out that you cannot just plainly challenge somebody without a good gun. Third
Yeah.
match, I figured out that if you hide for a while, maybe you'll be okay. Fourth match, I figured out how to play the game.
Exactly.
So
I-
I give you 5 games to play. the
5
game.
games.
5 games to learn.
Definitely a
To
trial by fire.
play. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
Okay, what's the score, guys?
All right, so what about you, X?
You know, before I figured out that we can give halves, I was going to say 7 or 8, so I guess I'll give it a 7.5.
I
For
like the half works a
nearly
little better.
identical reasons. You can't say that this game has no juice to it.
Well,
that
yeah.
everybody's playing it. It's not just because it's
Well,
free.
yeah, I mean,
because everybody
it has literally sparked a movement.
it has, and I think for me personally, what I like about this game that it does pose a challenge to other game makers. Step it up a little bit.
can
Give
see
us
that.
something we haven't seen before. Now, Fortnite definitely did do a little quick ripoff, but it gave me personally something that I needed. I needed something that I could play on my console a little bit better. I need something that would render on my screen a little bit better. I need something that would smoother controls, and I needed something that I feel like I can control the environment in. So for
Fair
that,
enough.
I really like. My dislikes are ranging from things like the luck-based thing. I'm gonna be salty about that, but at the same time, that's the
Says
way
the
game
one
is
that
made.
was ranting about it for 90%.
Yes.
But at the same time, it gets very stagnant if you don't give it new life. If you're not gonna give it new breath, then why the fuck are we keep playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
true.
Me personally, I'm a grinder. I'll keep playing the game till I'm just fucking fantastic at it. In this
Blue in the
game,
face.
there is not that much of a lean to it. You know, I can only be so good at this game, and I'm starting to get worse for some reason. But what I do like is also Disney is got its claws into it, which means
So-
that it can get pumped up with money anytime.
Man,
it
I
wants.
really, it'd be fire. It'd be fire as hell. If they gave us like a Spyro-based map, I'd play the game. If there was a Spyro map, a Spyro the Dragon map from PS.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but
Give me that.
since it's initially owned by Disney, I mean, dude, they could bring more superheroes into it. They could bring
Insomniac, I'm
themes. They
telling
could
you.
bring all kinds of stuff.
The Thanos thing was Disney trying
us a
it
little
out.
taste.
They were like, you know what?
Oh,
And it was popular because it gave you Common Enemy. So it was pretty much like I'm so sorry if you haven't seen the movie yet, but season 4 gave you Thanos, which gave you an extremely similar taste to what it was like to watch the movie. You have point blank period a way stupid OP one character versus everybody else that's going to try to make a difference.
And you're gonna get body for
You
it.
might as well just watch the movie, go ahead and play the game, and it's the exact
same.
same
Yeah.
thing.
All right.
So-
and
So what do you say? 7?
I'm gonna go ahead and call it 7.5.
7.5.
7.5.
Like it. So altogether,
I got
is-
one more vote, and then we'll go ahead and see the
okay.
average.
So for me, I really want to grade it based on two different things. One, for what it is, which is what my grade is going to be on. Because if it's for me, it's going to be a low grade.
Yeah.
Because this isn't typically something that I can see myself playing. Like I understand the appeal, I understand the want for it, and why it's so successful. But like Jay said, it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
You know, typically I go for games that have more to them because literally this is
And
just
look, it's not a
Parachuting,
one gamer
finding
kind of world. If
Yeah.
you've got
Yeah.
problems with it, that's totally
yeah.
and
that
but-
these type of problems breed better games.
Yeah.
Maybe they might make the correction
for-
that makes it better for you.
For what it is though. I mean, I like the graphics. You know, they're very lighthearted, very welcoming.
Yeah.
The controls surprisingly are pretty responsive.
Yeah, very-
you know, and
very
pretty
smooth.
easy to pick up.
Yeah.
The building aspect, while I like the aspect, I don't necessarily like the execution of it.
Okay. Yeah.
Overall, I would definitely have to give this one 6.5, maybe a 7.
6.5, maybe 7.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know, grading it for what it is rather than for me. Because if I was grading it for me, I'd give it like a 4.5. Like
So-
no bullshit. Like this just isn't what I would typically play.
Yeah.
So overall, we're looking at
Pretty close to.
7.5.
If we're gonna go ahead and call it by numbers, we're gonna call it a 7.375. So 7.5 kind of game.
7.5.
Yeah.
And of course, at the end of every show, we got to say that it is free to play. So
It
that
is
probably-
absolutely
that might as
free.
well add one.
Yes, it is
Look,
absolutely free.
If
to
you
play.
download it, you're losing nothing but time. Try it out for yourself.
and like
If you
6
don't like
gigs
it-
on your hard drive,
Oh my god, it's
I
fucking monstrous.
honestly, I don't
Ooh,
even think it's that
that's
big.
that's a thing. Yeah, it is kind of.
it's bulky.
Is
It
it
kind of
really?
bulky.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know because I
No,
play on
because
the
it gives you all the information with with like all the seasons. But
It's just
whether or
easy.
not you access it
That's
is
just
up to your
exactly.
fucking
So
wallet.
every
So,
time they update the game gets a little bit bigger.
So,
because you need to have everything.
all in
updated.
all, worth the download. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
worth
yeah,
a download. Yeah,
definitely,
try it out. Let us
Yeah.
know what you guys think. I'm not really sure what our next game is gonna be, but we'll probably figure something out. Something else.
We
for
might
you to
even
play.
go mobile. You never know.
Man,
We
well,
might.
Yikes! Well, we'll probably have to hit up the PUBG Mobile.
I mean, we can.
Oh yeah, it is free to play.
Yeah, it is free to
Is it
play.
really?
Yeah,
It
but
is
there's
free to play.
bots. There's a lot of bots that were saying. A lot of the people like 100.
My
lobbies.
first.
You've actually played it.
I have played PUBG Mobile,
Oh,
and
I
I
have.
swear to God, I placed second on my first match.
Yeah, me too.
How was the slideshow?
Fucking dude, it's so lax. Like, I'm just, why even play the game?
All right, guys. Well, this has been our show. You know, thank you guys for joining us on Discount Gamer, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Peace in the Middle East.